Hello and welcome to episode 3 as WrestleGamers play TEW 2016. I'm the Beach Ball. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I really appreciate you actually clicking through on the video. And if I could ask you one more favor, just to subscribe to the video, to our channel. Sorry, I'd really appreciate it. We're growing quite fast. In like a week, we've got 24 new subscribers, so I appreciate that. And if you want to be part of that movement, just click that cheeky little subscribe button. And honestly, it would mean so much. I really appreciate it. So let's get into Raw. That's why you're here. Last week on Raw, of course, we had Triple H attacked backstage. SAnity saying they were going to plan something big. Bray Wyatt stealing the demon. Of course, Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens booking a triple threat match for this week's pay-per-view, Bad Blood. Of course, this is the go-home show for that. Roman Reigns and AJ Styles under fire from Vince and Triple H. Rusev won the United States Championship, and AJ Styles will have his rematch tonight. Loads more happened as well. Ty Dillinger got attacked backstage by Sheamus and Cesaro. Let's get into it, guys. Here we go. So let's get into it. Opening up Raw then is Vince McMahon and Triple H. And they're disappointed they lost the ratings war to SmackDown. They're saying it's all AJ and Roman Reigns' fault. Obviously, they have quite a propaganda against AJ. Triple H accuses Roman of taking him out last week. But there is video evidence that says that they were obviously with the GM Kurt Angle at the time of the Triple H attack. Of course, the attacker said he'll reveal himself at Bad Blood. So, Vince says if AJ wants to remain a WWE superstar, he has to beat Rusev in his United States rematch tonight on Raw. And Roman Reigns must tonight beat the Big Show if he wants to remain on WWE. So, a huge start to Raw then, really. 83 rating, pretty pleased with that. However, Roman Reigns was underwhelming. So let's move this forward. So, of course, last week, guys, Ty Dillinger was supposed to be in the number 1 contenders triple threat match, but Sheamus and Cesaro took him out. So Ty Dillinger with a chance of revenge, and he actually beat Cesaro, but through disqualification when Sheamus runs in and attacks Ty Dillinger, helping out his tag team buddy. So a win there for Ty. He actually performed quite well in the ring, but Cesaro beat him, obviously, in terms of performance. Not a great rating there. Of course, the target is a 77 for Raw. That's what SmackDown achieved last week. So that moves that forward. Let's go. So we return from the adverts. Sheamus and Cesaro continued their beatdown on Ty during the break. Kurt Angle comes out and books a tag title match at Bad Blood. Sheamus and Cesaro defending their tag titles in a tag team match against Ty Dillinger and a team member of his choosing. So there we go, that's the second match. Locked in for the Bad Blood card, Sheamus and Cesaro versus Ty Dillinger and his mystery tag team partner that he gets to pick. And up next we've got the upcoming debut Aleister Black hype video playing. Really good rating. I actually rated him on his menace this time, and it seems to have really paid off. So that's right, Aleister Black is coming to Raw. So last week on Raw we had the 4 horsewomen semi-final matches. The winners getting to take on Alexa Bliss at Bad Blood for the women's title. This is the final. Charlotte beat Bayley and Becky beat Sasha. In a battle that decent wrestling, didn't have much heat. Becky Lynch defeats Charlotte Flair in 8:45 by pinfall of a pump handle slam. So it'll be Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss for the women's title at Bad Blood. And then as Becky celebrates, Alexa Bliss runs in and beats her down. So not really a sensational rating building into there, but again, 2 weeks build here for this pay-per-view, so I think it's still pretty solid. It's going to be a great match, Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss. And then last week, SAnity teased something massive happening at Bad Blood. They got something big planned, and this is their debut. They make their way to the ring. I was hoping for a little bit of a better rating. Killian Dane making his debut as well. Not a great rating, but still, he looked good apparently. So yeah, they're in action next. Wow. So in a battle that had terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat, Eric Young and Killian Dane and Alexander Wolf defeated Ace Hawkins, Chase Matthews and Reed Bentley, obviously a bit of a jobber squad, in 5:26 when Eric Young defeated Ace Hawkins with submission with a 4-figure leg lock. And he was head and shoulders above everyone else, but they've got something exciting planned for Bad Blood, so that's going to be on the main card. Not a great rating, so I'm not holding my breath. And then SAnity talk about what they've got planned for Bad Blood. And their plan is to bring back The Undertaker. So huge development there. SAnity plan to bring back The Undertaker at Bad Blood. So hopefully, if they're successful, he gets a good rating out of SAnity. Maybe they're devout followers, who knows? Why are they trying to bring back The Undertaker? Find out at Bad Blood. The battle had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat. Big Cass defeats Kalisto in 6:21 by pinfall with an East River crossing. Didn't seem to click, made for an awkward bout. Rating 45, not phenomenal. But Big Cass's push continues. And then post-match, Big Cass calls out Rhino, who of course last week he didn't really want to tangle with after beating down Heath Slater. He calls him out, but Heath Slater's music hits and Cass laughs as Slater makes his way down to the ramp. But Rhino appears out of nowhere and gores Cass down. And as they walk to the back, Cass says he will see Rhino at Bad Blood in a no DQ match. So another match added to the card there. Big Cass versus Rhino in a no DQ match. So in a match where Roman Reigns needs to beat the Big Show to stay in the WWE, in a battle that had fantastic heat and good wrestling, Roman Reigns defeated the Big Show in 9:14 via pinfall with a spear. So Roman Reigns will stay in the WWE. And during the match, we have Vince and Triple H looking upset at the result. So here we go. Well, last week, of course, Seth Rollins was attacked by who we believe to be Elias Sampson. Of course, the Big Show took his place in the match. Seth Rollins is backstage with Kurt Angle and says he wants Elias for attacking him backstage last week. And Kurt agrees. Good rating, I'm pleased for that for Seth and Kurt. Two great talkers. So we have Kevin Owens in the ring, and he cuts a promo where he says it's unfair that it's a triple threat match at Bad Blood. Y2J comes out and talks about Retribution. Of course, the former best friends have had a great feud, and that's set to continue in this triple threat. And Y2J says he'll be the first superstar to hold all the main titles. That's Universal, WWE, United States, and IC. And Lesnar's music hits, comes down to the ring, and he F5s both Owens and Jericho and stands tall. So we go 77 rating. Pleased with that as we head towards the main event of Bad Blood there. And in the match that we talked about earlier, Seth Rollins defeated Elias Sampson, gets his Retribution in 6:52 with a pedigree. Not a great rating, but Seth gets his redemption. So at the end of the match, as Seth thinks he's got his Retribution, Corey Graves gets out of his commentary chair and says he's just received information that shows Elias Sampson did not attack him last week. It was the Big Show who hit him with the WMD. Rollins is livid and says he'll knock him out of Bad Blood in a last man standing match. So there we go. Corey Graves lost out there. Performance of the Big Show was good and Seth Rollins was superb. We were working without a script. Had the crowd in the palm of his hand. That's great. Not a great rating though, unfortunately. That's another match locked in. Seth Rollins versus the Big Show. Last man standing match at Bad Blood. And a video plays hyping up the debut of No Way Jose, who'll be joining the Raw ranks very soon. Samoa Joe, who's backstage and says he wants Brock Lesnar at Bad Blood. Of course, he wasn't included in the triple threat match and lost to Dean Ambrose to become the #1 contender for the United States title. Kurt says the best he can give Joe is a match against Jeff Hardy at Bad Blood, and the winner gets a US title shot the next night on Raw. So that's a match locked in for Bad Blood. Samoa Joe versus Jeff Hardy. I know it feels a bit rushed here, guys, some of the matches, but Bad Blood only 2 weeks away, so I think I'm putting together quite a decent little card. Samoa Joe, who's backstage and says he wants Brock Lesnar at Bad Blood. Of course, he wasn't included in the triple threat match and lost to Dean Ambrose to become the #1 contender for the United States title. Kurt says the best he can give Joe is a match against Jeff Hardy at Bad Blood, and the winner gets a US title shot the next night on Raw. So that's a match locked in for Bad Blood. Samoa Joe versus Jeff Hardy. I know it feels a bit rushed here, guys, some of the matches, but Bad Blood only 2 weeks away, so I think I'm putting together quite a decent little card. Triple H comes out to the ring next and demands to know who attacked him last week on Raw.
And Corey Graves, the investigator, the insider, the real insider, not Byron Saxton, says he's been handed an email that says it will be revealed at Bad Blood. Triple H storms off and is furious. Not a great rating. And Corey Graves is not doing well. Been given a little bit of a backstage push here, so might have to stop that. But there we go. Something else for Bad Blood there. Triple H's mystery attacker will be revealed. So last week on Raw, of course, Bray Wyatt rendered Finn Balor unconscious during the number 1 contender match. Instead of going for the win in the triple threat match, he actually took Balor backstage, and God knows where he took him, and he kept shouting, he has stolen the soul of the demon. And he appears on the screen and says he's destroyed it now. And he says they will fight at Bad Blood, and you will see his completion of the cleansing. And a fantastic rating there. Bray Wyatt was superb working without a script. Had the crowd in the palm of his hand at the entire time. And Finn Balor came across well. So that build's been quite good. And of course another match there for Bad Blood. So it's main event time now. Rusev versus AJ Styles in a rematch for the United States Championship. If AJ Styles doesn't win, he must leave the WWE. So in an exceptional match, Rusev defeated AJ Styles in 13-11 via pinfall, whilst using the ropes for leverage. During the match, we also had Dean Ambrose run in and attack Rusev. Rusev makes defense number 1 of his United States Championship, booking his match against Dean Ambrose at Bad Blood. But AJ Styles' loss means he has to leave WWE. And to close the show, Dean Ambrose apologizes to Styles for costing him his WWE career when Vince and Triple H come out and send security to remove Styles. Roman Reigns hits the ring and destroys the security. Vince and Triple H are obviously very annoyed and says that Bad Blood will feature AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns, and the loser is gone completely from Raw. And Styles says, what if they don't want to fight each other? Triple H adds,
so let's start then with the matches. We've got Big Cass versus Rhino, of course, in a no disqualification match.
Huge moment.
Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt.
Versus Roman Reigns.
Bray Wyatt says he's going to cleanse the demon
added
completely.
To the Bad Blood card.
Seth Rollins versus the Big Show in that last man standing match. Samoa Joe versus Jeff Hardy in a number 1 contendership match for the United States Championship. We've also got SAnity trying to get the Undertaker.
So let's see the ratings, guys.
Back to the WWE, how they're going to do it.
Last week,
of course, he melted into the ground at WrestleMania.
There we go, yeah.
And Triple H's mystery attacker will appear as well. Championship matches then, it's the Women's Championship match, Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch. Tag titles, Sheamus and Cesaro versus Titan Ninja and an opponent and a teammate of his choosing. United States Championship, Rusev versus Dean Ambrose. And in a huge match, loser leaves Raw. Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles. And a triple threat for the Universal Championship sees Brock Lesnar defend against Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens on an action-packed card for Bad Blood. Don't forget, guys, thank you very much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We're growing quite fast, actually, so it's great that you guys are really enthusiastic about it, and leave your comments down below. Again, really appreciate it, and we'll see you later on this week for the next TEW video. Thank you, guys.